I'll never forget the day a problem student's parent showed up and shut the whole room up. The kid's name was Dante, 12 years old in my 7th grade history class, and by October, I'd already written him up 4 times for disrupting lessons. Dante was quiet in a way that read as sullen never did homework and slept through half my lectures with his hood up, which is exactly the kind of behavior that gets a kid labeled before anyone bothers asking why. Every Tuesday and Thursday, the days he had morning detention with me, he'd show up 10 minutes late, smelling like he hadn't showered, and our assistant principal, a man named Rourke, made it his mission to make an example out of him. Some kids just aren't built for structure. Rourke said to me once in the teacher's lounge, loud enough for 3 other staff to hear, "You're wasting your energy on that one." I'd been teaching for 11 years by then, long enough to know that wasting energy usually means noticing something everyone else decided wasn't worth noticing. I have this habit, probably from years of grading essays for tone, instead of just content, of paying attention to what kids don't say, instead of what they do. The gaps, the flinches, the way certain kids go quiet, exactly when a topic like family or home comes up in class. So when we did a unit on personal narrative writing in November, I noticed Dante wrote 3 full pages about taking care of someone every night, but he never once wrote a name. I pulled his attendance records and cross-referenced them against his tardies. Every single late arrival correlated exactly with early morning nurse visits logged under a different last name at the same address. I didn't confront him. I called home instead gently and asked if a parent could come in for a quick meeting. No discipline, just a conversation. His mother showed up Thursday afternoon in scrubs, exhausted, straight off a night shift, and Rourke happened to be walking through the office when she arrived. "Mrs. Ibarra, we've had some real concerns about Dante's behavior." Rourke said, arms crossed, before I even got a word out. "He's a smart boy who clearly isn't applying himself. He gets my son to school every single morning," she said, "because I work nights at the hospital and get home at 6 a.m. and can barely stand up, and he also gets his little sister ready and drops her off before he even walks in your door." Rourke opened his mouth and she kept going. "So when you say he isn't applying himself, I want you to understand, my 12-year-old has been running our household for 8 months since I picked up a second shift, and he's never once complained to me about it." The room went completely silent, and I mean the whole front office secretaries included, not one keyboard clicking. I didn't know that Rourke finally said, "No, she said you didn't ask." She turned to me, voice softer now. "He mentioned you're the only teacher who's ever asked him if he was okay instead of just writing him up." I didn't say anything, just nodded because there wasn't really anything left to add. Mrs. Ibarra picked up her bag, looked back at Rourke one more time before she left, and said the only thing anyone remembered from that day, "Maybe ask next time."